All right, good morning, everybody. Here we are on a beautiful Saturday morning. So far, it's windy. Let me change this. My name is Susie, and this is LV Craft Show's live virtual event series. And today we have our special edition. Whoops. Meet our VIPs. We do this once a month where we feature some of our LV Craft Show's VIP members up close and personal, which means we only have a couple of them and give them some extra time to present their products, to show off the products, or do a demonstration. We will have a really fun demonstration coming up. And then we do some questions and answers and giveaways, of course. And your first giveaway, as usually, is to type into the feed, watch this virtual event, and then this @ sign and tag a friend. Type in a friend's name. You can do that as many times as you want, and you will have until Tuesday, 4 p.m. to do so. So if you're just watching the replay, you can still enter to win, and you can always shop even past Tuesday. So type in the feed, watch this virtual show or virtual event, either one, and then the @ sign and tag. Also, please like this event, because you get more chances to win if you like this event. So having said that, I will get us going really fast. There was something else I meant to mention. Well, first of all, thank you to everybody who came out to Green Valley Ranch last weekend. It was phenomenal. We had a really, really, really great show. That venue is really superb. And so for all of you at Green Valley Ranch, the whole staff, thank you for making this such a wonderful event. We had super nice guests coming. We had the best vendors. People were impressed. They loved their big booths, their big displays. The sales were great. It was fantastic. So thank you to all who came out and shopped and supported our vendors, and also everybody who donated to Search Rescue Rangers, which is all our vendors. They all donated at least $5 or more. We really appreciate that. Plus, we had Elaine's paw bracelets there, and for a $20 donation, and we sold, I want to say, 9 of them. I can't remember. All in all, we raised over $500 that day, and so it is wonderful, and we really appreciate that. You have no idea how much it helps Search Rescue Rangers vet bill that is still quite high. We're trying to get it down, but it takes some time. So with that said, we're gonna go to our first VIP presenter, and then I'll update you on some stuff a little bit later. So having said that, Lynn, why don't you unmute yourself? Oh, and before I forget, think about 2 things I have to mention. That's what I meant to say. But while you watch this, think about what inspires you about these 2 presenters today, and also think about any questions you may have, because you could win for both of them. Go ahead, Lynn. I'm quiet now.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lynn Sudell, and I live here in Henderson, Nevada, and I do the LV Craft shows, the virtual shows, and also the in-person shows at all the different casinos. And so I thought, while I'm asking, or people are asking me questions, and Susie's going to be asking me questions, I would do a recipe for you really quick. And I'm going to show you how to make, I'm going to do an apple cake inside the pressure cooker in 15 minutes. So the way to do that is I'm going to take the pressure cooker that's made by Tupperware, and anything that you can put in a slow cooker that you put in and you cook for 8 hours, you can now do it in the pressure cooker in under 30 minutes, like split pea soup from hard seeds in the pressure cooker. It's actually pretty phenomenal. But what I'm going to do is just take 1 can of apple pie filling, and I'm going to put this in the, oh, the can broke. So, or that little flip tab. It's a good thing I have a can opener to use. See, this is real world here. So I had, Susie, I know, is going to ask me a question. So when I'm trying to get this opened, I could answer that question if she wants.
But then we don't see you.
You see me, I'm here. But let me see if I, see how that just popped right off with the can? Now that was one of those cans that has that flip top. Our can opener is #1 seller. My can opener is 5 years old because I've been doing Tupperware for 5 years now. And it came in my kit. When I signed up for Tupperware, they said, you know, you have to buy a kit. And I said, okay. And I wanted it. I wanted the big kit with all the stuff because I wanted to use the products. So anyways, I take the can of apple pie filling and just put it in the bottom of the pressure cooker. Super simple. Then I take an actual apple that has cinnamon on it and I put it in our chopper. Now I want you to see what this chopper does. I'm gonna see if I can set that up there high enough to where it looks like it's a counter. And I'm gonna pull the handle. And I've diced up the apple. I didn't have to sit and chop and get out the cutting board and chop it all up because this has my blades and I'm able to just chop. Every pull is 12 chops with a knife. So I'm gonna dump that in. So that's just one apple and some cinnamon because I like the cake, you know, the crumbly stuff to be all, you know, crunchy. I don't like mushy food, so I want to put it in like that. So now I have it in there. You can see it just sitting right like that. Then I'm just going to take a white cake mix and I'm going to open up the cake mix. And you saw me open up my microwave and I had put in the butter because we need a ½ cup of butter. So I love our scissors because they come apart and I can just put them in the dishwasher and they just hook right back together. And so I take my little 12-cup junior bowl, which I love this one when I'm just doing small baking things. And so I'm going to take my butter and I'm using the butter dish, which is our micro pitchers. It's a 1 cup and a 2 cup. And I put it in the microwave like this. So that way, when I melt the butter, it doesn't splash all over inside the roof of the microwave. So love these. And so now I'm just going to take this and dump it right into the cake mix. We have a brand new spatula out, which I love. It's a silicone spatula. It's orange and black. Love this. It just feels good in the hand too. So I have that. And all I'm going to do is just kind of mix this all up. I'm not putting the eggs in. I'm not putting any of the oil, the water, anything like that. It's just butter and the cake mix. And then I'm going to put this, and so it's just going to be kind of crumbled. It's like a crumbly cake. And so I'm going to dump it right on the top. Mix that across the top so it's all covered. With that, I'm going to put the top on. Lock it in place, put the handle down. It's now ready to go into the microwave. I'm going to stick this in. Microwave and cook time. I think it was 10 minutes. Oh, come on. Cook time 2000. Start. Okay, that'll be ready. So when I come back on again, I can open it and show it to you guys, and then we'll serve it. Too bad you're not sitting in my living room or in my kitchen. I would be serving that to you. So I want Susie to ask me questions.
No, I want you to show some more products first.
Oh, so more products. I can do that. So you saw that I put an apple in the, in the chopper. The Fridge Smarts, I want you to see these apples have been in my refrigerator for 3 months. They are still hard. They're still crispy. There's nothing. Let me see if I can find a knife. One of our Tupperware knives. And I want you to see that this is still nice and green inside, still juicy, not dried out. And that's by saving them in the Fridge Smart. You have columns and it tells you how things breathe by the top. This slides back and forth just like our nose. We breathe out of both of our nostrils. If I plug one side, I'm only breathing out of half. If I plug my nose on both, then I'm not getting any air. Same with our produce. So these are amazing products. A family will save $1,600 a year by not throwing away their vegetables and their fruits. So it's a huge savings. So here is our bigger one. These are my grapes. My grapes, I buy them at Costco. They are going on 4 weeks right now. And they are still nice and big and plump. They are not molded. And they are still perfect. Some of the stems are still kind of green, so that tells me that they're still fresh. So by having the Fridge Smarts, again, you're gonna save a ton of money just by owning these. And I know 2 people on the call actually have the Fridge Smarts, and I sell them out. Every time I do a vendor event, I sell them out because people want them. So that I have. And then I also want to share with you, because how I build my business is by sharing my products with you guys. And if I can have a virtual party like what we're doing right now with your friends, that would just make my day. And for doing that, I give you prizes, I give you gifts. And right now, because Tupperware is 75 years old right now. May is their birthday. And they spoil the host. And I can be a host, but I'd rather have you be the host. So that's why I do a lot of mystery host parties too, because I give away all of the rewards. And right now, if just by hosting and saying, yes, I will have a party, you get this cute, cute little water bottle. How adorable is that? Oh, good thing I sell Tupperware. That would have broke if it was glass. So you have the little water bottle and it's just adorable. It has leaves and shells and all kinds of things on it. It's just really cute. And I'll give you that just for saying yes. We set up your party, you invite your friends, and then I will give you one of these just for saying yes. Then when your party reaches $200, you have your choice of getting a set of 4 2-cup containers. These will make your foods or your creams or whatever you want to put in these last longer. My husband uses these for his candies. He likes to go and buy bulk candy and he puts them in there and they'll stay fresh. You know how chocolates turn like that kind of white around the edge? He doesn't get that when he puts them in here because they'll last 3 times longer. And so, but like I have some whipped creams that I use and I can put them in here and they just stay fresh. So whenever you buy something like at the store or from another vendor, use these containers because they will keep your products fresher. And, you know, we all want to be organic and we all want to keep our stuff, you know, lasting a lot longer. So these are great, but you get a set of 4 this month only because this is birthday month and they have little shells all over them. They're just adorable. I love those. Or you can have your choice of these other items just for saying yes. You can have 2 little tiny 1-cup containers. You can have 2 Fridge Smarts, and you know how much I love the Fridge Smarts. You can also have 2 of the Crystal Waves. This Crystal Wave is 2.5 or 3.5 cups. You can put your top ramen right in there, put it in the water, put it in the microwave, vent the top so it doesn't splatter all over and make a mess. You have that, or you can have our famous Vatsa bowl that has the thumb hole so you can steer. That's what I use here. It's my favorite bowl. And I'm also donating them as prizes. So you guys answer all of Susie's questions and let's have some fun.
All right. So I can vouch for that. I love the Fridge Smarts. My apples have been in there for a long time too, and they're still like as if I bought them yesterday. I use them all the time. I use them also for leftovers sometimes. I'm bad. I use them for all kinds of stuff. I also like the microwave bowls that you use for to reheat lunches and stuff, because I do a lot of the HelloFresh stuff, and it's usually done for two. Jeff has his own kind of meals, so for me it's a leftover. So my leftovers go in there. I heat it up. It works like a charm. So I love it. And it's Tupperware is great. I did a party last year during the pandemic,
Yes.
a virtual Facebook party, and I can remember, but I got like what, $200 worth of stuff.
You had so much stuff. I can't even remember. Half off. You had 3 half off items. You had $200 and something in free products. You just had so much stuff.
I got a giant box and a couple of smaller boxes, so I got a lot of mail.
Yes.
So no, so if you guys need or want any Tupperware products discounted or free, this is the way to go. So as for the questions, why did you pick Tupperware as your Tupperware rather as your home business? I mean, there are so many different direct sales companies out there, jewelry companies, shoe companies, beauty companies. Oh my gosh, how many are there for that? Why Tupperware?
I picked Tupperware. I was talking to a girlfriend like I'm doing with Susie right now. We were just talking online, and I said, I want to work from home. I need to find something that I can do from home. I'm not a person that sits at the computer and just does data entry like for a doctor's office. I didn't want to do something like that. And she said, well, why don't you go into direct sales? And I was like, because I knew what multi-level marketing was, but I didn't know what direct sales was. And she goes, that's a company that you sell their products for them and they pay you directly. And I went, oh, okay, like what? And she goes, well, you could do like Mary Kay or that Unique, and I'm like, I said, femme, I don't put makeup on. I had just finished going through chemo and radiation. The last thing I wanted to do was put my face on. And now I'm going to tell the world to start wearing makeup if I'm not wearing it. Now, that's not going to work for me. And then she goes, well, like they have that crystal and they have, she was just naming off these different things. And so as a joke, I said, God, I wonder if they still make Tupperware. This was 5 years ago. I go, I wonder if they make Tupperware. Because I remember when I was a kid, my aunts would all get together. Mom would load us kids up in the car. We would drive 45 minutes to my aunt's house so we could play with my cousins. And then my 4 aunts would all have a Tupperware party, and they'd all buy stuff. So I can remember that. And so she goes, I'm sure they probably are still in business. And after I hung up from her, I'm not lying. The next day on Facebook, I get an invite to go to a Facebook Tupperware party on Facebook from my junior high girlfriend. And I was like, wow, okay, these things are all lining up. I was just talking about the company. Now I get invited to the party. And I said, I played all the games. I thought it was so fun, I didn't have to leave my house. I didn't have to go anywhere. I could lay in bed. I wasn't feeling good. And I thought, I could do this. This is just copy and paste. So I said, yes, I will do this. What the hell? I'm just going to give it a try. And I loved it. And seriously, from day one. But they said you have to have home parties. I didn't know anybody in Las Vegas. We moved here. I thought, whose home am I going to go to? Go knock on my neighbor's door that they don't talk to anybody? And so I was invited to go to a vendor event, and I was talking to one of the vendors, Chris, who sells the Scentsies. She says, you got to get a hold of Susie. She'll love you. And I went, okay, well, I'll do one of her shows. and I haven't looked back. This has been the best, easiest business I have ever done. And that's why I picked it. They've been in business 75 years.
Longevity, and that is really, really important, because a lot of the businesses, including the one I was in, unfortunately went under after some time. So that's what's sad. Tupperware is really has been around. I mean, I remember not in Germany, but when I moved here in '92, you know, over the years, I always heard people talking about a Tupperware party and the Tupperware thing, and I never really paid attention to what it is. And then when I got myself into direct sales and into vendor events, and then I would hear about it here and there, but I noticed in Las Vegas, it was not really big either. And when I took over LV Craft shows, I was actually hoping to find a Tupperware person. And somehow you must have read my mind, because you were in one of my first events, or in my first year, and ever since. And that's the reason why, even though we are trying to really go fully craft, I do allow like 3 or 4 of the non-crafters, and Tupperware is something a crafter cannot replicate. So it's not a competition, and it is something you can use. I have seen crafters even use the bowls for storage and stuff like that.
Yes.
And by the way, speaking of that, I forgot to mention earlier, the can opener. Yeah, I love it. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. I mean, you can literally put the can on your face. It will not cut your face.
Yeah, this will not cut. Love this thing.
So yeah, so I'm glad that you found us, or I found you, or whichever way. So thank you, Chris, if you're watching, for recommending that to her, and she has built her business ever since, and she can talk about that a little bit later. So great job! Can't wait when you finish your cooking there too.
It smells really good.
Oh man, I wish we had smell-o-vision, right?
Yes.
All right, well, let's move on for now. Give you a quick little break while you're still cooking back there. And so if you're just joining us, today is our special edition, Meet Our VIPs. I think it's edition number 11. And yes, we had Lynn on that a long time ago, last year before, but she was like traveling and we had internet issues and stuff like that. So I told her, I said she needs to come back. Plus things have changed. People add more products, which we will find out with our next presenter, who went from like 6 products to 70 or whatever it is now. So things change, and we want to make sure to keep you guys up to date. So for your first assignment, in order to win a prize, we have 4 giveaways today between the 2 of them. And so the first one was watch this virtual show or watch this virtual event, type that into the feed, and then add a tag and that @ sign and add a friend. You can do that multiple times, as many times as you want. Also be sure to like the event, please, for extra add-ons. The next way how you can win is pay good attention to what these guys are telling you, and then post in the feed what inspired you, about both. Needs to be both. So you can say, hey, Lynn inspired me because she survived cancer. She's selling Tupperware, whatever you want to say. And Kevin inspired me because whatever. So you just, type that in later after we're done with that. You can also post some questions, and we will pick some unique questions for both of them, and you could be entered to win for that as well. So there's 3 chances for you to win already, and then we'll do another one later. So with that said, we're taking it to our next presenter. You know him. He does quite a few of our virtual shows. He does our in-person shows, and he's not even the one really making what he's selling, but he's going to tell you about that. It is purely handcrafted. So Kevin, you're it.
Hi, folks. Thank you, Susie, for having me today. My name is Kevin, and I am exactly 50% of Lucy's Bath and Body products. And the reason why I say 50% is because my wife, she actually does a lot of these products. She makes them. I get the opportunity to source the ingredients, sell the products at the shows and online, answer any questions. And of course, sometimes I have to go back to her and say, hey, what's going on with this? But anyway, I'm happy to be here, and I'm going to start out with a few items. First off, I'm going to tell you the difference between our lotion and our body butter. Our lotion, and most lotions on the market, as a matter of fact, 99% of them, are made with distilled water. So you're going to notice the difference between our lotion and our body butter. Our lotion, although thick, is a little bit more watery than a body butter is. Now, our lotion is great for anything below the neck. You really should not put it on your face. We have other products for that. And then we have our body butter. Now, our body butter, and this one is actually for a customer. I have to ship this out today to California. And it's iced cinnamon rolls. And if we had smell-o-vision, you would smell this, and it's absolutely delicious. It's good enough to eat. But the big difference between our lotion and our body butter, as I stated before, is that the lotion uses distilled water and the body butter doesn't. So the body butter is a thicker, creamier, topical moisturizer. And we also use different ingredients in them. Our body butter, we use a cocoa butter and a shea butter along with oils. And then in our lotion, we just use a shea butter and oils, as well as the distilled water. So both of these are available online. In the body butters, we offer them in 3.5, 8, and 16-ounce jars. In the lotion, we offer them in 3.5-ounce jars and also 4-ounce towels, which is just a squeezable bottle. So moving on to our next product. And the reason why I didn't know that we were going to present products today. So it's like I'm rushing around. I'm sorry, Susie. I thought it was just like questions and answers. So I'm rushing around and I grabbed some of our products. Next, I'm going to talk to you about our scrubs. And in our scrubs, we use the same base formula. We have our standard sugar scrub. And then we have our coffee scrub. Now, the sugar scrub is a lighter exfoliant than the coffee scrub. And I'm going to give you a little rundown on the ingredients that we use in both scrubs. The sugar scrub and the coffee scrub, we use organic fair trade sugar, of course. We use coconut oil in both. We use grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, and also a very exotic oil called Crambiocinian oil. We're one of the only companies that use this oil. It's a lightweight oil. It's great on the skin. And then we use rosemary extract in them also, which is a great antioxidant. So the difference between the two scrubs, of course, is coffee. Now, when we put the coffee in the scrub and it becomes coffee scrub, it's a heavier exfoliant. And you really shouldn't use any of these on your face, but some people do. All right, what should we go to next? Our bath salts. We offer 2 different types of bath salts. We offer our foaming bath salts, which is actually 3 different salts. We use pink Himalayan, we use sea salt, and we use Epsom. And then we take a bath bomb and crumble it up and we put it in here. So you're gonna get a foaming and fizzing in your bath when you use our foaming bath salts. The next salt that we offer is our body soak salts. Now, the difference is we use all 3 salts that we use in our standard salts. We do not throw a bath bomb in there, but we do use extracts and also botanicals in these. So this is relaxation, and it's actually going to make you relax a lot more than our standard salt will. What should we do next? I'll tell you what, we had a fantastic show at GVR, and we have a crazy buying of our organic pet shampoo. We use saponified oils in here, which is just a fancy way of saying we use some type of soap. And then we also use essential oils in our pet shampoo. A little bit goes a long way. They have about a 1.5-year shelf life. We use a natural preservative in it, which is actually made from a radish root. The radish root is fermented, and that is the preservative that we use in most of our products, the natural preservative. Excuse me. Next thing I'm going to show you, and this is also for a customer. This is our linen and room spray. Again, it's all botanical and organic based. This is one of Susie's favorites, the Hawaiian Sunshine. You can use this on your pillows. You can actually use it on your clothes. You can use it just to freshen up the room. My wife Helen uses it in the car because we do have 3 animals that go on rides with us a lot of times. And of course, the dogs kind of stink once in a while. So she sprays that on the car, on the seats. Last thing I'm going to show you, well, actually 2 more things. I'm going to show you our bath bombs. And we actually offer 2 different types of bath bombs. We use the standard natural bath bomb, and then we have our premium bath bomb, which has all kinds of glitter on this. This is Mermaids. It's actually scented in a berry scent. And we use the glitter on top. The thing about these, we actually dip them in goat milk soap. So goat milk soap actually will give your skin a real healthy sheen, and it's also going to nourish your skin. So we dip these in goat milk soap. So you're going to get the benefit of the bath bomb as well as the soap. So the last thing I'm going to show you, and this is because I am always congested here in Las Vegas. I've never had allergy before in my life, but I do now. We make a balm. As you can see, it's halfway empty, but I use this around the nostrils. We use a camphor and a, oh boy, I can't remember the last ingredient that we use in there. Oh, menthol crystals. So we use camphor and menthol crystals in here, and it's a organic balm that you can use around the nostrils and your chest and your neck for sore muscles and bones. And we also have a milder one that doesn't have the camphor or the menthol crystals in it. There you go. I'm done.
That's pretty much to like the vapor rub, but you use that instead.
It is like a vapor rub, but there's no chemicals in it because we use a beeswax as a adherent.
Cool. I've known you now 2 years or so, or longer, or a little bit longer, and I've seen you guys grow, which is really amazing. Amazes me, and I love how you guys keep coming up with more and more things. How you try new things, have lots of different really good scents. So when did you start this? How long have you been making this?
We've been doing this for about 3 years now. And it started out as me being a smart mouth to my wife, because her and Danielle, our daughter, used to buy a lot of products at like Lush and Bath and Body. And I told her enough is enough because they were spending too much money. And they started making bath bombs. And that's how it started. Helen, if you don't know her, she works for the TSA. She's one of those bad people at the airport. But she started bringing them to coworkers, and then they started asking to buy them. And it's like, we never expected this. We enjoy doing it. We enjoy coming up with new products. I actually enjoy coming up with the new products, I think more so than Helen, because I do a lot of research when I can't sleep at nighttime, and I pass it on to her. And then she does the formulations with a friend of mine, which is actually a scientist / chemist in Vermont. So she helps out. And yeah, that's how we do this.
Well, and you've been growing ever since, so way to go. And you're very popular. You do the in-person shows. People always say Lucy's is their favorite. So
you haven't seen anything yet. I just want to give you a little teaser, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but check out that bottle. We got a new product I'm going to show you at the end. That's absolutely amazing. And then we're working on 3 more, and we're going to have at least 3 at the next show in June.
That sounds amazing. All right, we'll bring you back later for more questions. Also, both of you make sure that you have your information ready for the next round, and then you can show your giveaways too. All right, so if you are just joining us, we are in the middle of our Meet Our VIPs. Lynn is demonstrating she's cooking something for us, baking something for us. And Kevin showed us a bunch of his products, and we're doing some questions and answers too. But I want to make a quick announcement. Our next in-person event will be on Saturday, May 29th in Henderson. It will be at the Parkway Tavern on Marks Street. There's two of them actually. So we're going to do the one on Mark Street. It will be outdoors in their parking lot. It's a Henderson Craft and Gift Bazaar. It's a little bit smaller than our usual big events, but it will be amazing. We have a lot of our VIPs that will be featured and more. So free admission, of course. So we hope you join us. It's on Saturday, May 29th. It's from 10 to 3. And we're going to have a lot of fun. And then our next bigger event is in June. In June, we're going to do our big Spring Craft Spectacular. It's actually two shows in one. It's side by side with the Home Improvement and Backyard Expo. It will be held at the Expo at World Market Center, Las Vegas, which is downtown. Remember where those pavilion tents were? They took those down. And across from that, where the parking is, attached to the parking garage, they built this new expo center. So you guys want to see that place. It is amazing. So here's a little hint. At the door, it's a $5 admission, but with the flyer, it's a 2-for-1 admission. Same with the RJ ads that will come out starting in a few weeks. But if you go to lvcraftshows.com and click on the event and follow that link, or on our Facebook event, you get free admission. Just make sure you have the tickets either printed or show it on your phone, but you can have free admission. And of course, Fridays, we do a free senior and free military day. But yeah, those are some events you want to do. June 11th to the 13th will be half craft, half home, and the craft side will not have any Tupperware or any of that. If there are any direct sales, they will be on the home show side. The craft side will be all original craft, antiques, and vintage. And if you're a vendor and would like to be part of it, contact me. We still have room. It's a huge hall and it's a great show. So 2 in-person events coming up. With that said, we're going to our next segment now with Lynn. She's going to tell us where she is with her project, and then we're going to do some more questions. So Lynn, unmute yourself.
Okay, hi. Okay, I just got the pressure cooker out of the microwave. I had to let the pressure out of it, so you got to let it sit for like 5 minutes and it's almost done. But I wanted to show you the stack cooker while I'm here. It comes with 5 parts to it, and it's on sale right now. It's on sale for $99. I can brown hamburger in this thing without having to heat up my house or do that stuff. But one of my favorite things to do is to make popcorn. And so I'm going to put popcorn in here, just like that. Now, if I was doing my Weight Watchers and I didn't want to add the oil or anything like that, I would literally just put it in like this, and I would put the top on, and I would put it into the microwave for 3 minutes. But I like to put a little dab of olive oil in, and that's about how much I put in, just barely anything. So I'm going to stick this in the microwave for 3 minutes. It is the best micro popcorn that you'll have. One thing I loved microwave popcorn. For years, I would eat a bag of home style popcorn, and you read the package and you go, I can't even pronounce these words that are in the ingredients of whatever's in that popcorn. And then when I became a Tupperware person and I said, oh my God, I can just put 2 ingredients, popcorn and a little oil or a little butter, that was it. I knew what I was eating, because I've chose ever since I've had the breast cancer that I eat healthier. So I want to make sure that I don't want chemicals inside my body. And, like Kev was talking about, our skin is the biggest organ on our body. And so when we're putting lotions and stuff, we want them to be organic. We just do. So now the pressure cooker is done. I'm going to open this up, turn it. I don't want to get a facial from all the steam, but my crumble is done. Can you guys see that? Usually I do a dark chocolate devil's food cake with cherries on the bottom, but I was out of that, so we did it as an apple. And so what I have is a little bowl. You're gonna see how this comes out. It looks perfect on the, you know, it's not mushy, it's not all icky. And so I put the fresh apple in there. And then what I have is, I will have some ice cream because we gotta have ice cream to go with it. And I'm gonna take our ice cream scoop. And what I like about Tupperware is not just plastic. We have utensils in the kitchen, but this, when I'm holding it to scoop, my hand is warming up the metal. So that's why it doesn't matter how hard, this is a hard ice cream. I can just scoop this right out, get a perfect scoop, put it right on top of my ice cream, excuse me, on top of my crumble, my apple pie crumble. And I have my spoon. Do you see how good that looks? Yummy. And it took 20 minutes. So if you had friends coming over and you go, oh, I don't have anything to serve, I could serve this in 20 minutes and have it done in the house smelling all yummy like I've been baking all day. And I did it in 20 minutes. So that's one of my favorites. But I got to take a bite because you guys always go, well, how do we know it's good? So it's really good, like really good. And having the extra apple in there, the fresh apple, instead of just the can, it gives it that little bit of tart flavor instead of the real sweet. I also, on my pie, I put grated cheese on top of it, you know, when I'm eating this, because I like that extra protein. But I wanted to show you something. This is our grater, and it has different attachments that go on it. And I never show them at the vendor event because I would have to have a whole table just for these. And so it takes up a lot of space. But this I can grade. I buy my cheese like this in a big block. And this is Chihuahua cheese that I bring back from Mexico. It's the best tasting cheese ever. And I just grate it and put it into smaller containers and freeze it. Because when you buy grated cheese at the store, it has like a white powder. It's cornstarch, potato flakes. It's all different kinds of stuff that's on that cheese. So if you look at the ingredients, it's more than just cheese. You know, so I grade this. I know that this is just a block of cheese. And this will stay fresh in my Tupperware in the refrigerator for almost 2 months before it even starts to get a little speck of blue on the cheese. And so I just make it into smaller portions. I wouldn't put it all into one of these because I'm never going to use it fast enough. But I can put it in the freezer and keep them fresh, and they just pop right out. So let me grab the popcorn.
I didn't even know you could freeze cheese.
Yes, freeze the cheese.
See, I learned something new once again.
Yeah, and it just comes out. That's why I like having parties, because then I talk about these things and people go, oh, I didn't know that. So I'm going to open it away from me because I don't want to get this all over, but look at my popcorn, you know, and it smells really good and I know what's on it. I could put more butter, you know, just, but that's what it does. I love this. I can brown my hamburger in it. I put my hamburger, you know, a pound of hamburger or 2 pounds. And just like your stove, just like your oven top, because people will say, well, how do I do that? You put it in, you take a spoon, you chop it up just like you do on the stove, put it back into the tray, put the top on, in the microwave for 3 minutes, pull it out, chop, chop, chop. All the grease goes into the bottom of this, and it leaves this with my hamburger or my ground chicken or ground turkey or sausage, whatever I'm making. Like if I'm doing a big thing of lasagna and you have to make sausage meat, you know, your meat sauce, I cook it in this and I will have 3 inches of grease in the bottom of this pan. I don't want that in my food. I want my food, but I don't want the grease. So this is a wonderful piece of equipment to have in any kitchen. So that's me about my products, and it's on sale for $99. It's normally $109. But this is my information. I don't know if you can see that. Need to go up? If you can see it, I can't see Susie, but this is how you get a hold of me. You can text me, you can do all that. Just get a hold of me. But this is like really, really good, you guys.
Yeah, would you hand that over there through the screen, please? I'm right here. I'll grab it. I would love to try that. So post your info on the feed too. But first of all, thank you. This was great to see this in action, how you make that crumble and also the popcorn. I also like how the popcorn is already ready in a bowl to be eaten. A common mistake a lot of people make, you may not know that, you guys, but when you make your popcorn in those bags, until they're ready, and then you grab a plastic bowl and throw them in there, and then you wonder why the plastic bowl all of a sudden has little burn marks or whatever you want to call them. That's from the oil in the popcorn. So with the cooker there that Lynn showed, that eliminates that problem. So perfect. And it looked really good too. I had popcorn the other day. So now next time I have popcorn, I'll think of you. All right. So let me ask you a few more questions. So do you do your business full-time or part-time or whenever you want time, or how does it work?
That's a great question. Personally, I do my business full-time. When I signed up to work from home, I was 55 years old. I was still a working woman, but I had gone through my breast cancer. And at that time, I was making about $125,000 a year plus bonuses. And when I went back to work and they go, oh, by the way, we don't need you anymore, and I needed to find another job, I needed a job that would make money. And I always heard that if you have a direct sales or a multi-level, you could make a lot of money quickly. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to do that. So I work my business full time. My team knows that I work full time. They know they can get a hold of me. And because I work with my team as well, I match them hour for hour. So if they say, well, I can only work part-time, then I'm going to help them part-time. I'm not going to put in my full-time hours into their little part-time business, so I match hour for hour. Does that make sense?
That's pretty cool. I mean, because a lot of times when people join a direct sales business, we always tell them it's totally up to you. You can do part-time, you can work whenever, wherever you want. That's also the beauty, because you can travel with it and pretty much do it from anywhere. I remember going on vacation and I have my business with me. You still want to take some time off, but it's flexible. So that's wonderful.
And I do my business when I'm traveling. When I'm down in Mexico, I'm making salsa for you guys. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. And this business has given me the luxury to buy a second home up in Washington State. So I go there from the end of, about the third week of May, we leave here in Vegas and then go up to Washington until September. And I will be doing lives right from my porch, my outside kitchen.
Well, she did from Mexico. In case you guys missed it, she did actually a couple of lives from Mexico in a recent month, making salsa in one of them. Lynn also has a Coffee with Lynn segment on her personal Facebook thing every day at 10 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, about 10 o'clock I do that.
So if you guys want to, and sometimes her husband joins her too. So if you guys want to see more things that she cooks like in front of you, she shows what she's making. So why is your business so successful? I saw the other day you posted something that you got like awarded for something like one of the top directors out there or so. What's happening there?
Well, last month I came in second in all the directors. There's in the United States alone, just in the US, we have I'm part of, it's a team called Rock On, and there's different business leaders that have a business within Tupperware. And so I'm part of her business, and her team is #1 in the United States for top sales and for top consultants. And she wins every single award throughout Tupperware World, not only US and Canada, but now worldwide. We have grown so much. And I think it goes back to training. We don't try to recreate the wheel. We copy and paste. We just duplicate what somebody else is doing. And if you have a leader that's making a lot of money and this is how she's doing it, I'm going to copy exactly what she does. Back when I worked for Sharp, from a major corporation, they told me to find somebody in the business that you want to be like. You want their schedule, you want their lifestyle, whatever, and follow and do what they do. And that's what I've done. And my team we came in second last month, which just blew my mind. You know, that's a lot of Tupperware sold. I think we sold $57,000 of Tupperware, of a water bottle, but this kind of stuff. It wasn't high-end stuff. It wasn't cookware at $1,200. It was selling a $3 bowl, you know, and, you know, my team just works really hard.
Well, they have a really great, passionate team leader, and that makes a big difference too, because there's a team and there's a team. And
there's no I in team.
I have had, you know, when I was with Michi, I had a team and some of them did amazing and some of them didn't do anything. So, and it's in the end, it's still up to you how much you make of it, you know. But it is amazing to be able to be your own boss, to set your own schedule, to do, you know, to work around if there's an emergency of some sort, you know, you don't have to call in sick. You can just, you know, work around it and it still will keep going. So you're doing a great job. So here comes the big, very hard question. What is your favorite product?
Oh my gosh, Susie. You know,
just one.
I'm going to say my Fridge Smarts. My Fridge Smarts are my favorite because they save me so much money. You know, my food lasts. Everybody that has them all say the same thing. They cannot believe how long their produce has lasted. You know, one item here that is my testimonial is I love tomatoes, but I like them to be hard, firm. I don't like them to be soft and gooey. When they turn like that, they go into potato or into tomato sauce for spaghetti or whatever. And when I moved here to Vegas, my tomatoes would go bad in just a couple of days. And so I started putting them in the Fridge Smart and putting them in the refrigerator with no air. And I can make them last almost 2 months. 2 months.
No, it's true. The Fridge Smarts do work. That is awesome. Well, great job. I'm gonna look and see if I find a viewer question, and then in the third round, if you could show us what our guests can win and the conditions, that would be fantastic. So, and in order to win, you guys, so again, you needed to enter to watch this virtual show and then tag somebody. You can do it as many times as you want. The rest can only be done once per person. That was tell us what inspires you about each of these presenters. It was one thing to enter to win. The next one is if you post a question and we end up picking it, then you get to win then as well, or enter to win as well. And then our fourth giveaway, I'm gonna talk about later. So now let's take it to Kevin, see what else he has to show us. And then I'm gonna ask him a bunch of questions.
Hi, Susie, and hello, everybody, once again. What I'm going to show you is a product that we've been working on for about 6 months. Gave you a little hint when I showed you the bottle. But everybody knows that to stay healthy, you have to keep your teeth healthy and your gums healthy. So we went on a quest to make a toothbrush cleaner. And our toothbrush cleaner is only available in peppermint. And we use 65% organic ethyl alcohol. And you know, everybody knows alcohol, when you spray it on or you put it on, it actually evaporates. So along with the ethyl alcohol, we also use a peppermint essential oil and a eucalyptus essential oil. So it cleans your toothbrush. And you can also, if you have dentures, you can use it on your dentures. If you have a tongue scraper or whatever, you can use it on that also. So this is going to be available at the show in June. 4 ounces, which will last you a long time. It's going to be about $8. But all you do is you spray it on your toothbrush and you let it sit for a minute and it cleans your toothbrush, and it will actually allow you to keep your toothbrush twice as long as normal. Also, we have 3 other products coming out. As I stated before, they will probably be available at the June show. One of them also has to do with your oral health. And then we have 2 other products coming out. One Susie's going to like because of what she teaches.
Must have to do with yoga, huh?
It does.
Let me guess, a yoga mat cleaner.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And it's gonna be organic, and we're gonna use a lot of essential oils and stuff in it.
That's pretty cool. And that's really needed too. So that is wonderful. All right. That is I just love it how you just keep adding on and on. Now you are gonna be at the Parkway Tavern event as well with some.
We are. We'll be there on May 29th.
Awesome. So let me ask you this. What is your best-selling product?
You know, it's funny because we just did analytics 2 days ago after the show last week, and our best-selling product is our body butter.
I can relate to that. I just put it on after my shower. The nice thing about the body butter is that you feel the change instant. Like sometimes I forget and I don't put it on for a few days or something, or or I just notice when I walk that my heels get stuck on the carpet or something. I go in the shower, I put that on after the shower, and I can immediately feel it's completely soft without even shaving anything off. I mean, or whatever, filing anything off. So that body butter, really, really good. I can totally see that. Totally.
One thing I want to say, and I was just thinking about it with Lynn's Fridge Mates. Now, we live in a very hot climate, and I don't know if you're like us, but once in a while we like leaving the windows open to get some fresh air, and it gets kind of warm in the house. But if you took our body butter and you put it into one of her Fridge Mates and stuck it in the fridge, I bet you can extend the shelf life by at least 6 months.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
So there you go. Put your body butter in the Fridge Smart. So you need to get the body butter, you need to get the Fridge Smart, throw it in the fridge, you're set for life. What do you like most about doing LV craft shows?
Well, I think I've said this in the past. When we first started to launch our business, we went to several of the vendor events here in Las Vegas. And I'm not going to mention names of the other 2, but when we came to yours, it was well organized. We saw commercials on TV, we saw print ads. And when we came to yours, we were blown away by the amount of people that were there versus other events. I mean, just totally blown away. We went to the other ones, there was 40, 50, 60 shoppers. We came to yours and it's like, holy crap. I mean, it was hard to get down the aisles, and I saw you running around, and it's like, yeah, this lady knows what she's doing. And proof positive is the awards that you get every year, the best of. So yeah, that's and you're a great person too. We like you.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Yes, I spend all the money that you guys give me on advertisement, much to the chagrin of my CPA, who thinks I should stop. But I'm not listening to him on that one. He can advise me all he wants, but not on me stopping my business. But yes, pre-COVID, we were close together. We had a lot of people walk through. I remember walking through the aisles and being like this and walking slowly. That has obviously slowed down a little bit due to the pandemic and all that, but I'm pretty sure eventually, or hopefully, we'll get to that again. So thank you for the kind words. And yes, it's always good to check out different events, see how you feel. Not every event works for everybody. Not everybody may not work for everybody at LV craft shows either. You never know. Some locations are better than others. Some venues may work better than others. It's you just never know until you try to. So what is the shelf life, since you were mentioning the extending the shelf life of the body butter in the Fridge Smart? What is your usually the shelf life on your products?
Well, because we use a natural preservative, the radish root ferment, generally a year to 18 months, depending on the product. Sometimes you'll get a little bit longer than a year, like our body butter is probably about 12 to 13 months. The organic pet shampoo with the essential oils and everything in it, probably 18 months, maybe longer. Keep it in the fridge, you may get a little bit longer. Put it in the fridge mates and God knows how long. But yeah, it's generally because of the fact that we use a natural organic preservative, 12 to 18 months.
That is awesome. That is really good, a good long time, because a lot of others last only a few months. So
Can I also just do one other thing? Since this is the VIP event, you can add a $25 gift certificate to the giveaway and do whatever you want with it. But yeah, if that doesn't get me in trouble.
I like that, because Lynn is giving away 3 things, so that makes 2 things for you. That is very nice. I love that. Thank you so much. So we have to add another thing, and I will come up with that in a second. One last question for you. Do you have a favorite scent? You have like what, 60 different scents on your product list or something? It's endless. What's
Well,
your one
close
favorite?
to 100 different scents now. My personal favorite is mahogany teakwood. It's a more of a man scent, and sometimes I am a man. No, just kidding. But it's more rustic and woodsy, so that's my favorite scent.
What's Helen's favorite scent?
Oh Jesus! What scent doesn't she like? Lavender. She likes lavender.
That's the lavender color of your shirts too, I noticed.
That's exactly why. I mean, she's a purple freak. Everything has to be purple, and always has been since I've known her. I know you too. When we lived in Chicago,
I don't know if you guys
bedroom
saw
was
that.
purple.
This is what I did to him. Talk about purple.
Yep, us
Purple.
too. One thing I do want to do, I didn't have a sign made up because we've been busy making orders, but I want to give a discount code you can use on our website until next Saturday. It's LBCS VIP, all capital letters, get 20% off everything on the website. I also want to say our body butters, we're waiting for some of the butters to come in. So be patient if you order body butters. And then our info, and we will be changing our website soon. It's going to be Lucy's bathandbody.com. But we also take Afterpay. And if you haven't taken advantage of Afterpay, you should, 4 equal payments. And then we also do free deliveries if you purchase $20 or more.
Speaking of Lucy, so your company was named after your dog Lucy, and Lucy had surgery yesterday. How is she doing?
In a lot of pain. They gave her pain meds that is due every 12 hours. So we gave it to her about 7 o'clock this morning. But yeah, I mean, she had a big cyst on her side and they extracted the cyst, stitched it up. But yeah, she'll be fine.
I hope she will recover really soon. Give her lots of little ear scratches, probably not a belly scratch, but maybe some ear scratches, and she'll be back in no time.
I'm kind of tired because I stayed up most of the night with her because she was crying, and yeah, that's our baby girl.
See, he's like me too. When our dogs have any surgery, any procedures, I will literally sleep on the floor on downstairs with them all night long, or not sleep for that matter. All right. Awesome.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'll shut up. Well, when she had, she was fixed, so to speak. When they put the incisions inside, and she was allergic to them because they used a synthetic stitch, and she was in pain for like a week, and I slept on the floor with her every night.
That's a dedicated dog daddy. See, just like
I
I'm a
love her.
dedicated dog mom, and that's why the business is named after Lucy. So in case you guys wondered, Lucy's is a dog, a beautiful, beautiful dog. All right, Kevin, thank you so much. And we're gonna come back in the third round, possibly for some questions or something else. We'll see. So you guys post. What questions do you have for Lynn and Kevin? Please post them. I just checked. I didn't see any unless we covered them all. So that will be one of the ways to win is post a question for either one of them, please. And I'm going now. I'm going to mention one more time. We have 2 events coming up in person, May 29 at the Parkway Tavern. Oh, speaking of which, why don't we do a giveaway? For next giveaway, type in the feed. Our next event, the next event is May 29th at Parkway Tavern on Marks Street. The next event is on May 29th at Parkway Tavern on Marks Street. Type that in the feed 1 time per person and you will be entered to win. And then we have next weekend, we have on the 15th, we have a special edition of our virtual event series, which is direct sales and businesses. So we're going to step away from the crafts a little bit and give some small businesses a chance to promote their products. And then the week after, on the 23rd, we have a demonstration. So I think Lynn will be back cooking something for us, and there will be some other demonstrations as well. So that will be on Sunday, the 23rd. It will be a special edition as well. So, and then not to forget, June 11th to the 13th, you want to check us out at the World Market Center. So at the Expo at World Market Center, Las Vegas, it's going to be the venue to go. We already know it. I was there a few weeks ago. They had their first event there. It was a buyer's market. I was just in there. The honor to be able to use that venue for us, thanks to On the Edge Promotions, who partnered up with me with the home show so that we would be able to afford to get in there. So it is really, really amazing. We're super excited, and we really, really hope that if you're in town that you will come and support us and support our amazing vendors. They're going to have some big booths and great stuff and just wonderful. All right, Lynn, come on back. What else would you like to share?
Well, actually, I'm going to share with you. Susie said that I do a segment on my Facebook wall. So if you send me a friend request, and it's Lynn Lamb Sudell, that's 2 M's in Lamb, not a B, and you can follow me or you can be one of my friends. But I do this segment called Coffee with Lynn and a special guest or a special product or something that I share about. And so I'm going to show you how simple it is to make a iced coffee. Now, if you go through a drive-through, now I used to own in Washington State, Mama Lynn's drive-through espresso stand. So yes, I did, Mama Lynn's. That's why I have this, my kids call me Mama, and I had stepchildren that called me Lynn. So they put it together and called me Mama Lynn. So that's how it came about. But when you buy a espresso and you get an iced coffee, you are just taking a hot cup of coffee and dumping it on ice and then putting your milk and your flavors and all that kind of stuff in your glass. A cold brew is literally done either with coffee or with tea by putting it into the filter, filling it up with cold water, putting it in the refrigerator. I say put it in overnight, but they say to put it in for 8 to 10 hours. I put it in overnight and I make my iced tea. I can put it in my big pitcher. This is our new style pitcher that's on sale right now for $33, 3 quarts. I love this size. So it's less than a gallon. That gallon one's really heavy, but you can do iced tea or you can do coffee. Now I already have my coffee brewed and I make a simple syrup. My simple syrup is sugar water. When you have your iced tea and you get a little packet of sugar and you dump it in your ice drink, it doesn't dissolve. So the sugar sits at the bottom of the glass and you kind of stir it all the time, or you stick your straw in there and you suck up all the sugar in one swoop. So if you make it into a simple syrup, which is 1 part sugar, 2 parts water, heat it up, melt down the sugar, and then I put it into my squeeze it bottle. They don't leak until I squeeze it. So I'm gonna squeeze in my sugar. I'm gonna add, and I could do a flavoring as well, you know, like if I wanted vanilla or caramel or whatever I wanted, I could put that in there. But this is just gonna be coffee, cream, and sugar is what I'm doing. So I have my coffee, and then I add my oat milk because I don't drink regular milk. And the only thing that I do regular milk with is my heavy whipping cream because I like my cream. And when I sold my espresso stand, I kept my whipped creamer because this is like my favorite whipped creamer. And so I named it Big and Rich Chantilly. So that's my name of my thing. But so now I have my coffee drink, and look how easy that was. Because I owned the espresso stand, I know how much it costs to make a coffee drink. So I just made this for under 50 cents. What did your espresso lady charge you for your drink?
Way more than the $6 that you pay at Starbucks. All right, so I have a question for you. If you could
Yes.
say 1 sentence about your Tupperware business, what would you say? 1 sentence.
Buy the best and leave the rest.
I love that. And this is what I'm gonna do now. And she may or may not kill me. I know Robin said she needs a bunch of Tupperware stuff that she needs to have sent to her mom in Florida.
Yes.
I'm gonna sign Robin up for a party. That way she can have some of her stuff
For free.
for free. Because she told me she needs a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
So there you have it. Robin and I will do a Tupperware party. And she may kill me for this, but she may also be thankful for this. So
And Susie,
Robin, if you're watching, we're doing this.
and any orders that I get this weekend from having this, I will put those orders on Robin's party.
Awesome. Deal. Good. And there was another question, but I'll let you answer that on the feed because we're just going to do 1 question now. You want to show your information one more time?
Yes, I will. Can you see that? Do I have it up there close enough? I can't see you, Susie, so you're going to have to say yes or no.
If I say yes, then they see me. So now you have to talk again. It is yes. It's perfect. So speak.
Okay, perfect. Great. Take a snapshot of it so you have my information. Send me a friend request.
Awesome. Great job. Great presentation. I actually meant to ask you, and then I forgot, to show us one of your vintage items because you said you have one from way back when. You showed it to us, I think, last year at some point, and then I totally spaced it. Unless you have it really fast.
Right here. This is a vintage piece of Tupperware for liquids to dump out of the top and for dry on the top. They're 1 cup each. Who has one of those? Love this. And then this was my old-fashioned 2-cup one that we always made with, you know, and it's burnt inside because we heat up Aunt Jemima's syrup. We put our syrup in there to heat it up for the waffles. So those are my 2 vintage pieces. Love them.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Lynn. Amazing, amazing job. Great job. And it's time to party. All right. Let's bring, we have to do 1 more giveaway, right? So remember to write down what inspired you about both. I will look at that on, oh yeah, you needed to show that too. Go ahead. Show your giveaways.
So my giveaways, I have 2 bowls. So 2 of the Junior That's a bowls that I'm giving away. So 2 lucky people will get that. And then 1 lucky person will get the Fridge Smart 3.5 cup. So they could do their own leftovers for lunch or make a top ramen or
You
whatever.
mean microwave, not Fridge Smart.
Oh yeah, excuse me. See, it's my favorite product. You can put it in the microwave and heat it up. And all you do is vent the top And then when it comes out, you just pull the top right off, and it's brand new. So it's kind of sticking because it's brand new.
Once we're done here, I'm about to use mine. So I love that product. Totally love that. So so she has 3 prizes, 2 bowls and that microwave thing. It is free porch pickup if you pick it up yourself, or else $5 shipping anywhere.
Yes, thank you.
So want to make that sure that you guys know that, but that's great. So that's 3 prizes. Then Kevin is already said he has a $25 gift certificate that you can shop his stuff from. And then he also has one other item that he's about to show with the final question. So in order to win we did the watch this virtual show, we did the what inspires you, we are going to do the questions, and then the May 29, that is actually 5 because the other question is coming from a different person. So we're going to divide that in 2. So we're good. We have our giveaways in check. So Kevin, come on back, show us the giveaway, show us whatever else you want to show us, and then I will ask you a question.
Well, our giveaway is a bamboo soap dish, which is self-draining. And the reason why we use self-draining soap dishes is because with no chemicals in our cold processed soaps, if you don't drain it off, it will melt on you. So a bar of soap and one of our self-draining bamboo soap dishes, and you can pick your soap. I'm not just going to throw one in, so you can go online and look at our scents and everything and pick one.
That is awesome. The bamboo thing looks really cool. I've been having my eyes on that. I need to finally get one. And I love the bar soaps too, by the way. I have a lot of Lucy's products. I love them all. So here's the question for you. Wait, oh, Kevin. Kevin, you mentioned you enjoy inventing. What inspires you?
You know, I've been in sales for 40 plus years, and my sales technique is not to be somebody that's real overbearing. But I enjoy helping people. And with our products, as Lynn said, the skin is the largest organ we have, and we want to keep our skin healthy. This way, when you're 70 years old, you don't look like you're 95. And that's what inspires us, making people happy, making friends. We've made a lot of friends out of our customers, which is just awesome. We saw a pair that used to come to your shows all the time pre-pandemic, and they came into our last event at GVR, and I actually hugged the woman, the wife, and you know, they've just become friends. They brought us a Christmas present. I mean, what more can you ask for in life?
That's so weird that you said that, because I'm not a crafter, not at all. I started doing craft shows back in 2010 as a direct sales vendor selling handbags, interchangeable handbags. And I actually felt out of place a little bit because it was mainly crafts and there was me. And I stuck with it because I got great leads. I got great customers. I booked lots of parties. And like you said, I started making a lot of friends throughout the years with the vendors, and you guys are friends. And so it's the connection that we have. We are a family, a big vendor family, and I know you have heard that a lot of people say that, and that's very true. You do create a little vendor circle. We have our vendor blenders, we have our vendor waffle meetups and stuff like that. We kind of did a mini waffle meetup yesterday, but it was just a personal one kind of, but we're gonna do more of those again. So it is really amazing. I see the support, how Erica and Amy connected and are doing the crystals and tea parties. Santa has connected with a lot of the vendors, included them in his giveaways, the tea parties, the chocolate, Sharon with the kids things that she created. So there is the connections that come from the vendor shows is amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And today, I appreciate you two for being here and Lorraine for helping us in the background. So Jana and Cheryl, you two are 2 winners already for asking the questions. And then the other 3 winners will be determined on Tuesday nights. You have until 4 p.m. on Tuesday to enter your inspirations, what inspired you about our presenters today. to enter the May 29 comment I made. You just have to watch it back to see what that was, and also to tag some friends and tell them to watch this show. So, and don't forget to like. Let me bring everybody back here. I hope I didn't forget anything. Did I forget anything? It's been a long week, but that's good. That's a good problem to have. We really, really hope to see you on May 29th. And Lynn is packing up, I think. What are you doing? You're on TV now. On 29th at the Parkway Tavern. It's an outdoor event. Yes, it's a Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. If you have friends in town, bring them. Tell them what you like to do is going to craft shows and give them a little sampler there. It's going to be nice and fun. They ask us to join them. And if it goes well, it might be a regular thing there. And then June 11th to the 13th, we really encourage you to check it out. If you want to be a vendor, contact us at lvcraftshows.com or Messenger. And if you're a guest, go to our website to get your free tickets for all 3 days. So that way you don't have to worry about whether it's Friday or look for the ads or whatnot, but there will be lots of billboards and all kinds of stuff. So I do all I can for you guys. So having said that, we hope you have a fantastic, fantastic Mother's Day tomorrow. Kevin, you too. Give Helen our best. Happy Mother's Day. Lynn, happy Mother's Day. And we all of you, and we hope to see you next week on the 15th at 10 a.m. So have a wonderful.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And shout out to Christy King.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Actually, there's one thing I do need to mention in case if somebody is still watching. Wednesday night at Tommy Rockers at 7 o'clock, there is it's called the Diva charity bingo, Diva Drag Queen charity bingo. It is for animal rescues. I went to the one last Wednesday and I actually won twice. I won the first bingo and I won the coverall bingo. I don't win stuff. It was amazing. It is so fun. Carne Asada is so much fun. She's great. It's entertaining and it's for a good cause. They raised $1,700 for Paw Partners Unleashed, and Paw Partners Unleashed is a really amazing group that helps a lot of rescues, including Search Rescue Rangers. We will have our own bingo event through them in September and possibly December. We will let you guys know when. But if you guys have nothing to do Wednesday night, I don't have a virtual. So why don't you join them? It's going to be again for Paw Partners Unleashed, and special bingo games, entertainment, great food. So that they open at 5:30 for people to go for dinner, and then 7 o'clock sharp, the dabbers start. So join us. All right. Have a good weekend. Happy Mother's Day.